But all right, here's the deal. KG, I'm going to work this today because I've been out for a minute.
Yeah, you wasn't even here for the Chris Harris comments. Sky Harris, I mean.
No, I wasn't. But here's the deal. So KG, bring me up to speed. Where is everybody at with it? What's kind of been the consensus of the folks?
That it needed to happen and that maybe it was probably overdue. But yeah, he's got sent down. We look forward to what Justin Henry Malloy can do on the main roster, and they're going to platoon at first.
So we're platooning at third, and we're platooning at first now.
Apparently, yes.
And somehow, some way, they're 500.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the way.
Yeah.
The way is your boy, D-Mac, Tarek Skubal. Once again, pure electricity last night.
Yeah, just give up. As Broder always says in baseball, that you can get away. You don't like giving up the solo shots, but this way you even bounce back after giving up the leadoff home run. He's every time, you said it, every time he's out there is the most valuable he's going to be to this organization. So, hats off to Jake Rogers for putting the bat in the ball a couple times in the stands, and they figured out a way to win. But that's not wasting good starts, right? Tarek Skubal doesn't get the treatment that Reese Olson and Flaherty and the rest of the guys do as far as production, but they find a way to win for him. So that was a greasy win. That was good.
Yeah.
No, and look, it was exactly what the problem is.
Right.
That's how they have to win baseball games.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
It almost makes me more angry when they win those games in a weird way.
Because then it's putting a Band-Aid.
Right. People are like, and then I get
they can do it. They can do it. No, they can't. They can't. They can do it when they have their ace, Tarek Skubal, that can hold the team to one run and pitch,
Yeah. And Bo Gray.
It is frustrating. It's a different kind of frustrating, though, Neil, because I think it was just because we're getting out of what our expectations are. But, now that Tork's down, at least, they're trying to do something instead of, making him suffer as much, giving somebody else an opportunity. The big thing is, I think we came to grips when Kerry Carpenter went down. Bam, you take, your productive guy in the lineup out. We're scraping. So whatever it takes.
And
now,
here we are.
Now is about the future.
Yeah.
It really is. It's been proven that you can go back and say, well, the writing was on the wall because in a division that you can compete in without making moves, or you thought you would be able to, right? You didn't make any moves. You saw the writing on the wall when we talk. It goes back to the Justin Turner, contract and stuff like this. Now you're platooning. You brought it up. Now you're platooning at third. Now you're platooning at first. Good teams don't do that.
But again, somehow, some way, they're 500.
And according to AJ Hinch, they're trying to win games. Like I said on Wake Up Woodward, before Tork was sent down, he said without saying that Tork is hurting our chances to win. That's why they thought about sending him down, and they expect to win ball games. They're still in the wild card race. Now the division might be a little out of reach, but they're still in the wild card.
And that's the way the wild card's designed. So, there's always 5 teams involved. But here's the thing with it. This is why I always exclude AJ Hinch. Because AJ Hinch is going to cook with the ingredients he's given. He's going to make it for you.
Yep.
He's going to make you that meal. Somehow, some way. He's going to make you that meal. That's why I laugh about, people that are critical of AJ Hinch, because I don't see it that way. Look at how he just holds this thing together barely. And, it was funny because, with Tork being sent down, and look, I talked about it earlier this season. He's the one that I worry about the least because he's got the 30 home run season, on the resume.
Yeah.
And he was like a new school power hitter where he's going to strike out a ton, but still hit his home runs. Hadn't hit his home runs. So yeah, I don't have a problem with them setting. What was he, 3 for 40?
His May was atrocious.
It was atrocious. Had to be done. I'm never going to push back on that. Now it's on him.
Yeah.
It is exclusively on him now. So sink or swim, man. That's what it's going to be. It's just funny to me, and old Spenny was the key contributor. Spenny was the match that lit the gas. The old Javi 2 RBI hit.
He's back.
Yeah.
And you fired it up for Javi Watch, okay? And I'll just give the people Javi Watch.
Oh, I missed it.
It was great. I got the tweet from Spenmo And I'm like, wow, he must be getting it done. Because I went to the Marlins game Friday night where they won. The Marlins have never lost when I've been in the bill. Undefeated. Never lost. What's that?
Do you have a Cuban?
You know he did.
You 100%.
Yeah, come on now.
Overrated.
Them is people down there.
Yeah. No,
Overrated. I don't know about that.
No, Cuban sandwich.
Yeah, no, I knew what he meant.
It's a Cuban.
Yeah, but you see narrative at work, right? Like Spenny, calls it a muffaletta when he makes it.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it's just a regular-ass sandwich. But when you have a Cuban sandwich that is not just a regular-ass sandwich, now he calls it's just a ham
Just
sandwich.
a ham sandwich with mustard.
Like a muffaletta.
Nope.
What is a muffaletta? I don't even know what that
Culture
is.
yourself.
So when it fits his narrative, there he is. But no, like doing the Javi update. So I was just checking it out, and I was taking a look because surely he's on fire, right?
I mean, in extra innings.
2 for his last 26.
In extra innings, he is.
2 for his last 26.
He's back.
2 for his last 26, man. And I get tweets saying he's, quote, back.
He's back, baby.
You knew that was coming, though.
And by the way, while we're at that, Tork got sent down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tork was as bad as you can be in May. He was hitting 201 when he got sent down. Javi's 188.
He's back.
Like what Spinny said.
Why is it okay?
Because of the money. Let's move on.
No. And D-Mac, I know that.
Over this.
Because it bothers me because AJ Hinch says Tork's hurting us and to do all this or whatever. What about your shortstop?
Thank you.
What
That's
about your
what I was driving
shortstop?
at.
You absolutely, Wenzel Perez, you changed this kid from a shortstop to an outfielder because of what you have in the system. We see what it is.
Yeah.
The frustrating thing, right, is I'm glad that they're trying to help Tork to get it worked out in this, but don't.
I mean,
how do we? It's the elephant in the room, and no one addresses it or whatever else. But we know it's because if AJ would just come out and say, "Well, the guy at short's got to play because he's making $25 million," we know that.
Yeah.
It's not so you're doing this for Tork to make him better and hopefully get him on track for the team, but yet you're sitting at shortstop and leaving this guy in. And I don't right instead.
And that comes from above.
Can we not just give other guys opportunities? And that's the frustrating part. I don't want Tork struggling. I hope he works it out. And it was the right decision to make. I was actually surprised, but to me it goes to show you Scott Harris and more so of development and stuff like this, but it just bothers, and it should bother all of us because you got a sore thumb sitting there at shortstop with the money.
Real quick, KG, we'll get to you in a second. Catspot says the Tigers have had no accountability with Hinch as manager. Baez barely even shows up for work. Cats, what's he going to do? That's coming from above. You'll never convince me that it's not. Never.
Yeah.
What do you have, KG?
No, and that's what I was going to say. I was mad you wasn't here when Scott Harris made these comments because when he got the Javi question, you can tell he didn't want that question, and the way he answered it would lead me to believe the man is handcuffed. And we've said this on and on before, but to me, Tork is the bigger issue because Javi is what he is at this point. We all know that. He's gotten worse every single year he's been in the Tigers uniform. He's been declining since he left the Cubs. Tork still has a runway and a future ahead of him, and we're trying to figure out if he's a part of this core.
And what I don't get about it, and I guess this is my question for the people, what I don't get about it is, why is Tork a bust and everyone just tolerates Javi? Why? Somebody answer that for me. Why?
We expect more out of Tork. I guess that's why people would say that. Do I agree with it? No. But
he's literally giving you more than Javi.
But he is bordering on being a bust, and this was a 1-1 guy.
But like, it's over. Like, in the fans' eyes, it's over for Tork right now. And I don't understand it because we tolerate Javi.
I mean, when you look
why don't the fans revolt against Javi?
I mean, I think they have, but what are you going to do? They're not going to do anything with him this year, most likely.
Then, again, you know what? I said it last year, kind of like in joking. I said the only thing we can do on this Javi thing is make this like New York, Philadelphia toxic.
Make it
and
hard
it was, I was kind of serious, but kind of joking. They will keep doing this to you until you say no more.
Yeah, but they're not prepared to do that. They're trying to utilize Javi in any way that's productive, but
we can't allow that. We need to draw a line in the sand right now. And D-Mac, going back to exactly what you said, where if he is Imagine what they would be with literally anybody else.
Yeah.
I bet you they would be 2 games better.
Yeah,
Bet you.
least.
At least 2 games better.
I agree.
With literally anybody else at shortstop.
I agree.
This is going to come to a head for me even more than it already has.
Buckle up, because it doesn't seem like it's going to happen this year, at least.
Well, I know a lady.